Alright guys, so as we mentioned in the other video, this whole configuration is going to change. So I'm going to start by unsoldering everything and clearing this mess out of the way. Then I'm going to, well, I can go ahead and make that more garbage. So, then I was looking into a couple of different options. There's a few different ATX focus, a few different ATX converters that would give you all the different pinouts, the 12 volt, 5 volt, negative 5, negative 12, 3.3, all the different ones that exist. And then, but the problem was they were all fused at like 2 amp, which obviously I want more. So I found this guy on the Amazons, and it is, you plug it in and it gives you again a pinout, but there is no fusing or anything like that on here, which is fine. I mean, I'm not looking for it to be fused. These resistors are for the LEDs. And then I also get a nifty little button. Wahoo! So, but then out of here you have all the commons, the fives. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 volt lines plus 1, 2. Thought there was another one up here, but maybe not. I thought there was. Well, anyways, so the point is that all of these can be put to all of these 5 volt lines can be put to a, not a bus bar, but a, I can't think of the name of it, but I can show you it later because I still gotta go pick it up. So here is that control board, and I broke up the 20 into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 different sections or legs, if you will. So the maximum draw across all 5 together could be 6.6 amps, but there's only 4 of these little TP4056 on here, so they would only draw about 4 amps across them. So I'm basically going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home runs to the, I keep trying to say bus bar, but I can't think of what it's actually called. The block. It's a block that all the 5 volts will come in on this side, and then the 5 main ones will come out on this side, like the 5. So I can't think of what it's called, a punch down of sorts, but it's not a punch down. I can't think of it. I don't know why. But anyway, so this is the opuses, and then this is the actual diagram, and instead of doing it on this side, I'll end up doing it on this side, and I'll just flip it all bit. Well, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But that way I've got a little bit thinner gauge cable, and I will use that, and I'm going to use the ones that were little bitty thin wires to do all of these jumps. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan for the moment. Yeah, it wouldn't be a video without the dog. So he's just chilling. Nope, now he's going to go on. Alright, fine. So yeah, I'm going to use these little bitty wires to jump between them, and I'm going to go ahead and use the out and go into the ends of the next one. So out of this one into this one, out of this one into this one, out of this one into this one. Break. Then we'll have another home run, and we'll go out of this one into this one, out of this one into this one, out of this one into this one. Break. This will be a home run. Out in, out in, out in, home run. Out in, out in, out in, home run. Out in, out in, out in. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that's how I'd like to do it. So fast motion. Boom. Okay, so ultimately that's what I ended up doing. You know what, I'm going to do 5. I'm going to make it 5 ways across, and that way, yeah, I'm going to add one more here, so that'll be fine. Then I'm going to go ahead and test this one first, though. Like, I want to know that this works the way I think it does before I do all of them the same way, so that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and hook this up and make sure that if I plug in 4 batteries here that that need to be charged, that these all stay lit up. So I am going to go ahead and add this one, and then we'll test it and make sure everything works. So, fun factoid. This doesn't work the way I thought it did. It makes total sense the way that it works, and I watched another video and realized, if I had paid attention, it would have explained it a little bit more so. These are you can use these boards to charge and power. So, for example, you got your USB inputs. So, if you wanted to charge one of these guys, one of the 18650s, you would just plug it in, just like, think of it more like your like an extra or external battery for your phone. You would plug in there, and it charges this battery. The other secondary ports, if you will, these that I was thinking would loop through, no, that's not what they're for. They are designed to continually power from the battery the next thing. So what's happening is, I have some batteries here that are not great batteries. What's happening is I can put this guy in, and look, well, maybe that one was 0, maybe that one's flat. Surely not all of them are. It's totally possible, though. No. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is trying to power that, because it's going through here and going out here. Well, the voltage on that one, I think this green one's a little better. Yeah, look, see, the voltage from this is trying to power this. So basically, by trying to come in this way, each one would cascade down trying to charge the one below it. That's not going to work. I'm happy, and this is why. I test one section rather than go ahead and do it all and then have to take it all apart. So, hey, that's 2 pitfalls. It doesn't work the way that I thought it. It's probably documented somewhere. My paperwork was all in Chinese, so that's my crutch. So I'm going to take all that apart, and that means that I will in fact have to do a fan of some sort, some form or fashion, or at least tying into all these. Maybe I just, yeah, I'll have to do a fan of some sort. It is what it is, I guess. That's just how it's going to work. So, either way, I like these. These are some better cabling, some more silicone, much more flexible cable. So anyways, we're going to do all that. Alright, well, that fantastic waste of time brought to you by me. So, that's all undone. I guess, yeah, like I said, I guess I'm just going to have to, go ahead and go off of every single one of these, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. I guess I got to do it. And then do what everybody else is doing, where we tie it into a long bus bar of sorts. Yeah. Hey, why not reinvent the wheel? At least now we all know, isn't that right? You know. So here's my cool little thing that I will use to get all the 5 volts out of, and I'm going to put it down here into one of the little straps that I still can't remember the name of, and put all the 5 volts on one side, and then the one bus bar in on this side, then the common, all the commons on the other side, and all the common, or negative, if you will, common, negative, on the other side. So, sweet. Let's do that. Alright, well, I realized I kind of got going, but I hadn't documented much, so I figured I should add on here. So this is kind of where I ended up with, and I started with an entire like full length going down, and I took a picture and actually put that on the DIY Powerwalls Facebook group. But then I realized, even in conversation, I was thinking, wait a second, I was originally going to, there's 20 of them here, so this is 16 gauge wire. You shouldn't put 20 amps through 16 gauge wire, so I was like, I should cut it here. So I went ahead and cut it here. I soldered the joint, together here, heat wrapped it, and then so there's basically 2 legs of 10. And these things they take an amp, so to speak, but they don't actually pull a whole amp, I don't think. And there have been multiple people who have said the same thing, that it in their where they see it, it doesn't actually draw the whole amp. So and then the same thing with the negative. I just put split it into the first 10 here, and then I'm doing the second 10 here. And all I'm doing is taking a marker, and I am marking the cable at each spot whenever I do this. And then I'll tell you what, if you don't have a pair of these are Katapult strippers. These things are awesome because they clamp down on the wire, and then the back they hold the wire, and you can kind of just gently pull the insulation away, and it is the only way to do this kind of stripping. And so yeah, it will work really well. And I will go ahead and pull up the fast speed, and we'll do the last little leg here in fast speed. So I've got my 2 pieces here, and then my 2 positive, and then my 2 negative will go in here. And then I got here's this guy, just a little terminal block, and it's rated for up to 30 amps, I believe, and so we should be fine there. Alright, so here's a final look at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are going to be on the first leg, and then this is the second leg is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They all come down here to this terminal block, which I have 2 sets of wires going to each, just because these are pretty thin wiring, and I didn't have any larger wires enough larger wire to do it, so a pair of those in parallel should be okay. I'm not worried about it. And then the blacks to the blacks, the reds to the reds. I plugged the big ATX in, and then on this side, I probably went way overboard, but bound these together, heat shrink them, and then went a little long with it even, and tightened the end of it off so it's almost even watertight for both of those. So plug it in and turn it on. Red light. It's good. Not getting shocked by anything. Nothing else is on, so let's not release any white smoke. Aha! Green is good. Green is good. Alright. Fan is on. That is good. Alright, so now, yeah, let us grab some batteries. These are all ones that are going to end up going into the Opus. So let's see what we got here. Red. Well, some of these might even already be charged, so it's totally possible that we don't get any status change. Oh, like that one's charged already. Good. That one's already charged. Now, a lot of these could be charged all the way already. Let's see here. That one's charged. That one is not. That one is. And I can tell the little bitty light here, it stops flashing and just stays a solid green. The little red lights, so like that one's obviously not charged. Not charged. That one is. That one is not. That one is. Ooh, I'm getting to the end of my barrel. That one is not. So, and then the other thing I would say is that the way that these are, the batteries, when I put new batteries in, it pushes some of the plastic down here. Spread these out a little bit more and you'll be happier with it, but yeah, and that one is good. Don't do that. That one's good. That one is good. That one is not. That one is not. Okay, you know what? Just, that's all the, well, I say that. I can grab a couple more of these. Some of these these are my lower capacity cells here. Some of them might not be all the way down, or up, rather. Some charge runs over here. Laptop. These are probably going to all be charged. Yeah, charged. Yeah, charged. Yeah, you know what? I think that's probably the end of my... I've been working on getting these charged up. Yep, that's probably going to be the end of it. But either way, I mean, that's more than I've ever had charging at the same time. And nothing has blown up. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. This makes me very happy. So, sweet. No cables are getting hot or anything like that. None of the boards are getting hot. Yeah. That's awesome. Yep, I'm thrilled. That makes me just happy. So, I'm going to call this project done. Obviously, I'll mount this stuff up here and get it set away, but yeah, that is good. Well, it's there. And it works. So, anyhow, I will say there's one thing that I didn't mention earlier is there was definitely a time where I messed it up and I made mistakes that you didn't see. The video was getting too long anyway, so I wanted to cut them out, but don't be frustrated with yourself. If there's a way to do something twice, trust me, I figured it out. I get to always do things 2 times, so, or the hard way, or whatever. So anyhow, man, this has been a lot of fun, and it's working. That's the best thing. No white smoke, no mystery smells. It's been good. So now I can charge 20 at a time, and that is, I'm very excited about that. So anyhow, from me, hi, hey, yeah, we say see you later. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. Appreciate it. Have a good one.